Squishy, squishy. We don't like squishy, squishy. Hey peeps, last year the front tires on my lawnmower started going flat all the time. Well, it happens. It's not that old of a machine either. But the side walls of the tires dry rotted out, cracked out, so they leak air. And I had to pump them up every freaking day. Got tired of that, so I'm putting tubes in. I've already done one, now we're gonna do the other one. And we're doing it the hard way because I don't have a tire machine. So sometimes you just have to do things the hard way. You can see the cracking right there. She's flat as a pancake. Alright. We always keep valve stem covers. You never know when you're gonna want one. Take out the core out of the valve stem. Nothing wrong with the core. And that's gonna go into inventory. Because you never know when you're gonna want it. Yep, I've got a drawer over there that has all kinds of little odds and ends like that in it. And they come in handy from time to time. Now, we're gonna have to get that stem out of there because we're putting a tube in, and the tube has its own stem. And we have to break the bead on this and pop this out over the rim. It's gonna be fun. There is a special tool for removing and inserting valve stems. I don't have it. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use a razor knife and just cut it off right at the rim. No problem. So what we're doing, and then the little stub that's gonna fall off on the inside. We'll get that out later. Careful not to nick your fingers. Well, you can nick your fingers, just be careful not to nick my fingers. It'll hurt you more than it hurts me. Alright. There's the outside portion, there's the inside portion. So we can either poke it through and try and fish it out, or just leave it there. Maybe it'll stay there while we break the tire off, and then we can just pull it out at that point. We'll find out. Stuff falling down everywhere. I do not have tire bars. Got some I can't, but I don't have them here. Dave has a nice set. So I'm using flat bars. Breaking it down at this point is not a big deal. You can do it easy enough. You don't have to be too careful. I'm just gonna get myself. Phew, tire air stinks. Get myself in here. There we go. I'm prying down because I wanted to break it off the rim. There we go. We broke off the rim. Little tires are a pain. A bigger tire with a bigger rim is easier because you got more stretch room. You'll see that as we go. Alright, the stub of the stem fell out. It's in the tire. We'll get it back. Now what we can do is roll the tire out over the rim. Just gonna get in the right spot, find the right sweet spot. There we go. Well, we had it and lost it. Roll that, come on. Roll that sucker up over there like that. I got some big stout screwdrivers. There's no tube in there, so don't have to worry about damaging anything. And if it was a tube and it was a bad tube, we wouldn't worry about it either. Just gotta be careful I don't tear up my edge of my tire. They're pretty tough. They'll hold up. So I'm just coming in here, prying that out. Pry that up and over. Work my way down in here. Same thing. Pry that up and over. Just gonna work my way right around here. I've got another flat bar too, which may or may not come in handy. I guess I don't really need it. Now I'm up over this rim enough, I shouldn't have to worry about it falling back down over. Alright, let's see if I can get right in here maybe. We'll go. There we go. We're getting in right there. I'll pry that over. There we go. At this point, you should be able to pop it. There we go. We're off the rim right there. Just like that. We want to get this side broke off also, so that we can have some maneuverability. There we go. Now the rim is all loose. Get our little stubby. There we go. There's our stubby from the inside. There is the old valve stem. That can go in the trash. We have a tire tube, proper size for this tire. And we're going to get it in there without pinching it, kinking it, poking it, or anything like that. We've got our stem. Flip it over. Now we can pick up the tire like that. Get flexibility. Now we're just going to pick it up, lay the tube down in there. We get the stem lined up with the hole as we go in and make life a little easier. Make sure we don't have any foldovers. And we're going to lay that right back into the tire, just like so. Now we work everything down and over around the rim and get the stem poked out through the hole in the rim. We'll get there. We'll get there. Here it comes. It started. Just gonna get it straightened around here. There we go. We got her. We got her. Pull it all the way through. Here's a little trick. Grandpa saves the day. I've got this little stem wrench, valve wrench, and it's a T-handle, as you can see. So I'm going to thread that right onto the valve stem. And what that's going to do is create a block. So as I'm playing with this thing, getting it all situated, the stem can't pull back through the hole. Because if we lose the stem back through the hole, as we're trying to get this all seated together, well, we have to start all over with lining it all back up, and maybe have to go further than that, and it really sucked to get this all seated back down onto the rim and then have the thing fall through. Because then you have to break it all down again without damaging the tube, get it repositioned, and then put it back down on the rim. That's a lot of freaking aggravation. So, an ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure, right? All right, nothing funky happening here. Nope. Okay. There we are. Should be good to that point. There's no way that that can go down through that hole. It's threaded on there in good shape. So everything seems to be good with the tube inside. Now we just throw it back on the rim, right? Yeah, funny. You're funny. You're funny. All right. So this is where I said a bigger rim is usually easier because you have more room to play with. What I mean by that is for stretching. So at this point, what I have to do is I have to get this pushed down under the rim, keep getting it pushed down, and work that and roll it down, and do the reverse of what I did to pop it off without poking that tube. So as I use a flat bar or I use big screwdrivers, whatever, I can't go in there too deep and start prying, because if I do, the head of it will go in there, potentially damage a brand new tube. We don't want that. So I'm probably going to put this back on just with these good 3 beefy screwdrivers. Here we go. This ain't for the sissy boys and the men with the pedicures, manicures, whatever you want to call it. You might break a nail, something like that, might get a finger dirty. If you're that type of person, this ain't for you. Alright. This is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's a little bit at a time. As long as I don't lose this, I think you can see where I'm starting to get pushed down in under that rim, right? So the trick is I need to maintain that, keep working that around, pushing it down. At the same time, keep this side going down. Because as you work one side, it's pulling against the other side. So if I'm working over here and start de-rimming that side, we have a problem. I have to get 2 things going at once here. At the same time, I'm pushing away from me. So I want to keep that snugged in tight. I'm not blocking your view. Force this. Alright, that one looks pretty good. Screwdriver started to sink just a little bit. We're not going in that deep, so I'll have to work up the tool. Alright. See how we're starting to get there, right? So I'm going to go over here and try and get that bit pushed down in without losing this bit. There we go. I know my fat arm's kind of blocking the view there a little bit. In a minute here, should be able to push it. There we go. Pushing it down, the rim gets narrower. So it gives more room to push that way, to pull it around and roll it down over the lip, compared to keeping it up here. Tricks, 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 tricks. I'm doing this the hard way, just to show you how to do it the hard way. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Keep pushing her down, pushing her down. You gotta have big beefy screwdrivers. You can't just have a little dinky thing. It ain't gonna do nothing for you. Back up a little bit. So I'm rolling it up straight and then I'm pushing down. At the same time I'm just rolling out past with a screwdriver, rolling by. And she seems to be going pretty good. So. Go. I don't know if you can see my bites or not. But when I put the screwdriver in, I'm not driving down in like that. I'm coming in only about that deep on the rim, so I don't have to worry about hitting the tube. In just a minute, we're going to hit the wall here, hit that threshold, and that thing's going to pop right down over there. We're almost there. Almost there. There it is. Give it a little bit of a shake and rattle. Now, if we were at this point, and that valve stem you saw, it was just like right about that point. If you weren't paying attention to that and you lost that thing down in there right now, you would have to friggin' either try and collapse that tire, reach in there with your fingers if you can to try and get that poked back out to that hole. Good luck. Or you're gonna have to de-rim it again and reset everything. That little gizmo right there is nice. Here's a caution when you're doing a tube. Don't take this and go and jam it on there, because what are you going to do? You're going to shove it down in the hole, right? There we go. Got about 14, 15 pounds in it. There we go. Throw the cap back on it. Put it back on the lawnmower. Doing that the hard way, fiddling with the camera, moving it around, all that jazz, it took me 20 minutes to do that. That ain't bad for doing it the hard way. It can be done. Yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain, but hey, if it comes push to shove and you need to fix something like this, that's how you do it. See ya.